Hello, and welcome to my God Thought. For those who don't know me, my name's Tom. My God Thought is really about, and what God's really been talking about is really freedom in Him and how that can really transform our lives personally. I'd say what God's really been speaking to me about is a couple of things really. Is about kind of like lies that we can spread over ourselves and the enemy can use against us, and also the power that we actually have, that God has given us, to really relinquish ourselves into who the fullness of who we are, not the chain and restricted version, but the fullness of who God has made us to be. So yeah, the first thing is the lies. We all have insecurities. They're all things that we speak over ourselves, that we almost take ownership of and say, this is who we are. But it's not who God says we are. It's who us or the enemy may even be saying over us. So whether that be our insecurities about who we are, oh, I'm not good enough to do that. How could I possibly stand up in front of people? Or how could I even possibly speak to that one person about my faith? What are they going to think about me? We make it all about us and who we are, not about who God has made us to be. We personalise it and we use it to put ourselves down and limit what we are capable of. And when we start speaking negativity of ourselves, that's when the enemy really ducks to dig in. He will pick up the things that we speak ourselves. You'll notice he's not very creative. He doesn't really come up with new things. He uses the things we already speak over ourselves, the doubts, the worries, the insecurities, and he speaks over us too, because he's not creative and it's not true. It's lies. God does not speak negative things over us. God made us wonderfully and had plans for us even when we were in our mother's womb. He had amazing plans for our lives, and we restrict it by speaking these things over ourselves. We almost belittle ourselves into something that we're not. So today I challenge you to speak truth over yourself, that you are loved, you are a child of God, that He has placed authority in you to walk and go forward in the kingdom. And this is who we are. This is who we are. We can go forward. And one thing I know really over myself, and I know as humans we can really do, is control. I love to control situations. I love to be the person in control. And sometimes when we think of maybe freedom in God, maybe taking that control away, but you know what, it isn't. That freedom is giving the control back to God. Therefore, we don't have to worry about a situation, about how it might go, how we're going to be in that situation. How do I make sure this situation is perfect? No. Give the control to God. We can let go of those worries, because when God's in control, it goes right every single time. When we listen to Him and go by what He's saying, it always works out for good. We see so much fruit in our own lives and so much goodness in situations when God takes the reins and takes it forward. And you know what? We are children of God. We are heirs to His throne. Therefore, we have so much power in what we say. So when we speak those negative things over us, we start to live them. Let's today choose to speak what God speaks over us. The love, the encouragement, the uplifting. Because that's who God made us to be. So yeah, I challenge you to spend time with God. What are the things that you are saying over yourself that isn't true? And speak to God about what is truth, and you will see those chains break off you. Jesus is a chain breaker. Let's believe in it. So when we pray, God, show us who you're calling us to be. Help me lay down the things I speak over myself and set me free to do the good and fruitful things you have for my life. I tell you what, it is so amazing and releasing when we can let go of those things and truly be free in Him. It is such a lift off our shoulders. So that's my challenge. Go forward in Him, listen to Him, and speak the truth over ourselves, and give the control back to God. And let's be free in who He's made you to be.